Just got done mowing 4 acres, and I've noticed I've noticed these blackberries here that are actually ripe now. We kind of sampled them from the last video. They're sweet, but they're has more tint of tart. But now they're really dull, and they're actually blistering, some of them. So, and look how easily they pick. It's not a lot of resistance. Okay, so let me just try this real quick. I want to make sure there's no ants or any visible insect. All right, these are really sweet. So I think these are Osage. I'm not quite sure now. That's the label right there because they're all kind of mixed, but needless to say, they're Thornless Blackberry. Okay, so I'll sample, and that's not quite ripe all the way. This one is very ripe, but there's a lot of this kind of like tiny berries that are kind of dry. Let me try it. Okay, they're super sweet, and there's tons. I gotta harvest all of these. There's some more on that side. Okay, they're everywhere now, so before the birds notice. These are kind of protected because they're over here. They're not exposed as the ones in the rows. Okay, so Osage on that side. This side, look at the label, Osage label. Look at this one, Washita. So this is Washita, that's Osage right there. Okay, so and I got only like a tiny bowl, but let's get started with the harvest. Easily plucked. And most of these, once we get our fill of fresh eating, we freeze them for smoothie. But these are sweet, so they're gonna be eaten like fresh eating blackberry. Whoa, that one's overripe. It just fell. I barely touched it. Okay, so these are like early harvest, just for comparison. Let me just go here. These are Primark Freedom, and as you can see, they're not quite ready. They're kind of late though. All right, so there's some that are kind of ready, but the birds got most of the ripe ones because they're just exposed out here. Primark. Still tart. Not quite ready. So, all right, so now it's kind of tricky to do video of blackberry harvesting because you gotta go, that one's overripe, and there's a lot right here. I'm gonna need a bigger bowl. And this is just 2 plants. Washita. How big? Good size. There's a lot more on that side. I don't know if I can reach them. I need those berry picker basket. So I'm gonna have to keep going back and forth between my bowl and picking area. All right, I'm just gonna ramble here while kind of harvesting. All right, look at the size. let me try these. They're a little bit shinier than the other ones. Yep, they're just as sweet. Let me go back here. This is the same area as before. Ants know it's a little overripe, so just toss it. This one is weird color. Let me try it. Not good. So this one also. Hard to tell the color from the in the shade right there. Okay. So I'm only picking like pure dull black. Yeah, let's see here. Okay, it's a good size. I mean, any of these thornless blackberries, I mean, you can't go wrong with them. They're sweet, big. All right, there's more in there. I'm gonna grab them. And I'll sort out later if I pick a bad one or not. Like this one has a lot of those dried clusters, but this part is still good. Okay, the bird found that one, or squirrel. Okay, there's a lot over here. Hopefully you can see it. It's kind of dark in the camera. Might have to go to the other side for this. Okay. All right, let's go to the other side. Let's go this way. Let's check this one. These are not quite ready. Again, mixture of Arapaho, Navajo, all the thornless variety. They're not like Primal King. They're all Floricane bearing. Okay, so this is just on the other side of the same area. All right, so as you can see, all of these are not ready yet. And I pruned those on the last video. And if I see anything here that still needs pruning, I'll get to it. Okay, some massive ones here. Look at this one. Oh, it's not quite ripe right here. So let's try it. Hopefully it's not terrible tasting. Still tart. All right, dull, easy to pick, like that one. A little shiny, not yet ready. All right, this probably still have a few days. Anything that's bad, I'm just gonna toss. Let's go this side. All right, so these are dull. All right, dull. All right, they're about to fall off. All right, so there's a lot of ripe ones here. They pick very easy. All right, you can tell that shiny and dull. They still kind of look shiny, don't get me wrong, but they're a lot. They're less shiny, I would say, not really dull, and there's not a lot of resistance to them. That means they're ripe. All right, so if you happen to have the space and you just plant, they just multiply, folks. I mean, here, since I don't take care of this stuff here, they're not in a row. They just grow kind of like wild, and you get a lot of fruit. All right, so these are not ready yet. Let me try this. I don't know. I'm trying. Okay, they're sweet. All right, I think that's it for the video. I don't want to bore you harvesting all this non-stop for 2 hours. And we got incoming. So when you have a lot of variety, they don't all ripen at the same time, so you can extend your season, and we can freeze them. All right, so for now, I'll show you 10 minutes worth of picking while yapping. All right, blackberry harvest.